Do we have students here? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes.
How many? Raise your hand if you're a student. Nice. Welcome. You're always welcome to come back.
I'm here, Professor Kaufman
All right,
tonight.
folks, Scott, I'm head coach Jim Larrañaga here. We'll start with an opening statement and then jump into questions.
And I thought it was a great college basketball game. Some outstanding offense at both ends of the court. Score at halftime was what, 45? 44, and we ended up with 92 points. I mean, that's some scoring. But they also can really score. They can really shoot the three. I looked up early in the game. They were 4 for 5 from three, 80%, and I was like, oh, my God, I hope that doesn't continue. But they're a terrific team, and very much like last season, they're getting healthy and playing better and better. I was very concerned coming into the game because Hunter Gator is a terrific defender and a lights-out three-point shooter. And he was out for a while, and without him, they're not the same. But with him, they're dynamite. And we're very, very fortunate to come away with the win. I think our guys really played well. And it's a good ACC home win.
Questions?
What did you tell, Nigel, 5-3, he scored 17 points over 5 minutes there. What did you tell him? What was going on?
I'll
with
keep
him?
shooting.
But when he was scoreless at halftime, did you talk to him?
No, the game just has so many elements to it. In the first half, Bensley Joseph came in and did such a good job guarding Padula that we left him in. And Nigel got plenty of rest. Second half, first 10 minutes, we were subbing as we always do. And then we decided to run a play for Nigel. He buried that first three. Then we ran another play, buried the next three. And then we found him on the fast break, and he buried a third three. And once you get it going, a guy like him who shoots the ball so well, he can keep it going for a long time. But he can't do it on his own. The guys who found him, the assist, how many assists did we end up? How many?
18.
Yeah, when you get 18 assists, anything over 16 is absolutely great for us.
Coach, with 5 minutes to go, you guys.
Hi, Matt.
With 8 minutes to go, you called the timeout down 5. Bring the guys together. What was the message in the huddle? Is there anything that you changed to kind of?
Yeah, the message doesn't change. There's we've got to execute on offense, and we've got to guard them. We must get stops, and very hard to do against them because they run such great offense. They move the ball and the men so well, and you chase them. They get a sliver of separation. They can make the shot.
Northridge responded after that third foul early in the second half, scored 8 straight points. Just what you saw out of him in that sequence.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible too. There's two things. One, he has to be more disciplined in when to exert his athleticism in traffic, whether he charges or goes over someone's back or tries to slap at the ball, because he's so valuable to us. We can't have him sitting on the bench next to me. All right? In the second half, he picked up his third, but I wasn't taking him out. I didn't want to fall behind right then. He worked really, really hard, exhausted himself, and then we could give him some rest. Because when he's on the sideline, he can recover from his effort. But if he ends up being tired out there, that leads to fouls and bad decisions.
You guys, with 2 minutes to go, were leading by 8, which is exactly the situation you were at Pitt. Can you just talk about the difference tonight?
Well, I thought the difference tonight was we were at home. The crowd was great. They really helped us, and I think our guys did not lose their poise. We made some good decisions. We scored the ball very, very well during those last 4 or 5 minutes, and that's what you have to do against a team. What did they end up with? 80 what? 83. I mean, that normally wins.
Isaiah kind of carried the offense in the first half.
With Jordan Miller.
What goes with the question, because I forgot him. Omer had the great start second half, and then obviously Nigel had that barrage over 5 minutes. How much fun is it to coach a team when it's not one guy, and not two guys, and not three guys?
Yeah.
How much fun is it to
Well, again, if you can look at our roster and the history, Jordan Miller and Isaiah Wong have over 1,500 career points. Noshed Omer and Nigel Pack have over 1,000. We're trying to get Wooga to kind of be that fifth guy scoring, and he's so capable. He hasn't hit his groove yet. Whether it comes this year or not, I don't know. It could come the next game. But the thing is, we need some guys off the bench to score, because those guys got to get rest, and you can't have your offense really slow down during that time period. So tonight in the first half, Bensley Joseph came in, did a great job defensively, but he also scored some points for us. Anthony Walker, again, scored, I know he hit 2 free throws, and he hit a basket too. How many points did he end up? He had 5. So you don't think that's a lot, but you see the game comes down to, hey, you win by inches, not by yards.
Jim, after losing a few close games the last couple weeks, a game like this where you guys, where it's back and forth and 17 lead changes, does it give the team confidence going forward? It's like, hey, we can still win these close games.
Here's what I say about confidence, and I don't know if you guys will agree with this. Terry Holland, the great head coach of the University of Virginia, used to describe it to me, it's like a glass that you're pouring water in. Every success, the level of water goes up. You just keep pouring, goes up. But if you take a hit, knock that glass, and it shatters, you got to rebuild that confidence. And it starts in practice. Like, we had a great practice yesterday. I was so pleased with our energy. And we gave them Sunday off. No practice on Sunday, no walkthrough. We watched a little bit of video. And I told them, look, I'm heartbroken that we lost that game. And I'm in a bad mood. But I can tell you this, tomorrow I'll be focused on Virginia Tech. I'm going to bring a lot of energy, and I want to have a great practice, and I hope you guys feel the same way. Rest, recover, and let's go to work tomorrow. And we did.
We got time for 2 more. Go to Tim and then one of Michelle's students.
We need a student.
We have a student, yes.
First, go ahead.
Students, come on.
Someone want to go for it?
So Isaiah Wong had a kind of a slow start before the media timeout. Did you say anything during that first timeout for him to try to get more aggressive, try to go to the free throw line, anything to change up this game at all?
No, normally there are times, like in the second half, I normally just say to him, hey, forget about offense, just score. Just score, because he's really good at scoring. But he got himself going that way. I didn't tell him. We were running stuff to see if we could get him the ball. But, he's got to make the decisions. That's the thing about coaching. My coaches use the expression that I give the players a lot of freedom. I use the expression, I give them a lot of responsibility, because they've got to make the choice. Should I shoot or pass? Tonight, they did both very well. 18 assists, that's terrific. Making shots, Nigel making those shots, that's terrific. All that same stuff, if they choose a bad shot, they turn the ball over, that's no good.
Tim.
Jim, I wanted to go a little off topic for the last one. LeBron's, 100 points now from Kareem. I wanted to ask you if you thought one of the neat byproducts of all the attention about this has been maybe a new generation or two got to see that Kareem was really, really good for a really, really, really long.
My players don't think so. I didn't play against anybody good. I said, you gotta be kidding me. First of all, he did, because I played against him. I played against him in college, in Madison Square Garden, and it was a terrific first half, and then they pulled away in the second half. I had 17. I mean, I remember, and I think Kareem had like 28 or 32. There was no guarding him. He could have easily had 50 on us, because no one can guard a shot that's unstoppable. And he would use the sky hook. Didn't matter how you defended him. He'd just shoot it with you right on him. And what players don't understand is that's how you become great. You develop 1 or 2 moves that can't be stopped. We call it your bread and butter and a complement to it. All right? You develop an unstoppable move, you're going to be hard to guard. LeBron is a little bit different because of the way he developed as a player. He was not a three-point shooter coming out of high school. He didn't go to college. So he got to the NBA, and he was just a great athlete with great ball skills. He thought of himself like Magic Johnson. I'm going to be a point guard and distribute. And his staff in Cleveland said, no, you're not. you're going to be the best scorer of all time. All right? And I know that because Dr. Bob Rotella, my good friend, worked with him and said, look, this is what you're going to be expected to do. You got to make free throws at the end. You got to make threes. You got to be able to have a bread and butter move to score at the end of close games, because that's how you're going to be judged, by winning. And the best player always has the ball in his hands at the end of the game. So a guy like LeBron has started his career like 4 years earlier than Kareem. And he's achieving this goal probably 4 years earlier than Kareem. He still has more years. So he was 18 or 19 when he started. Now he's 38 now. And Kareem stopped at 42. So they really, from a scoring standpoint, had the same trajectory where they scored so much every year, and it just accumulated. And there's no guys. So I was telling Wooga Poplar about his game. This is off track, but they never think the old guys were any good. And I said, who do you think is the leading scorer in finals history? So you play in the finals as much as you can. You accumulate as many points as you can. Do you know the answer? Do you?
I do.
Who?
It's Kareem.
No, it's not.
I thought it was.
No, it's not.
I wrote it was.
Anybody know?
Larry Bird.
No, not Larry Bird. My hero growing up, Jerry West. Jerry West is the leading scorer in finals history. All right? LeBron is second. Or Kareem is second. It's either Jerry West, Kareem, LeBron, or it's Jerry West, LeBron, Kareem. But my point being, Jerry West accumulated points year after year because he was that good. All right? Steph Curry's doing that now. I don't know where he is. He's slow starting because he was not physically mature. Once he got to be 25 years old now, he scores at will. Will he be able to stay at that level of performance until he's 38 or 39 years old? I don't know. He's in great shape now.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you. You're welcome for the history lesson.